have a whole new system for extracting honey this year. I think it's going to go really well. We purchased some new equipment. We got a whole different setup. If you've watched my videos in the past, you've seen that it's been extremely physically taxing. We've gotten a lot of work done, but we've streamlined things. So we get my buddy Rusty over here, and we're going to kind of show you what our setup is, and then we're going to get started, see what we can do. All right, here's Rusty right here. Rusty, walk us through what we've done here. Tell us kind of what our setup is briefly, and then we'll get started.
All right, 2024 upgrades for the old folk. Bruce decided that, and I did too, that we were too old to keep doing things the way we were doing, so we went a little bit more automated, more efficient. We've got a Cowan hot knife uncapper, automated. It's kind of an antique like we are, but it auto feeds your frames through, down between two oscillating hot knives, spits them right out here into an uncapping tank. Should make life a whole lot easier for us. It took a little bit of ingenuity to get it working, but we've got it working right. We had to plumb hot water to it to heat those knives, so we came off of a hot water heater over here with a recirculating pump. We'll probably get a chance a little bit later to show you the intricacies of that and how we plumbed it in. Also added a capping spinner. You've seen us in the past. We've used the Simple Harmony Farms. We didn't have a lot of cappings to deal with. Obviously, using this system is going to generate more capping, so we've got a capping spinner. And then the big holdup, the thing that Bruce and I hated the most, was the end of the production line. When the honey was in the buckets, but we still had a filter bag inside that bucket, it takes so much time to hold that heavy bag of honey and let that honey drain out. So we converted my bottling tank into a settling tank to solve that problem for us. So now each bucket will just get poured into this one with one bag. This will hold 50 gallons. And as we can, we'll come over here, open the ball valve, fill buckets, finished process, finished product, put the lid on them, boom, we're done.
Yeah, one thing I like about it is, since we have the uncapper now, it gets the cappings off of the frames, and so there won't be near as many cappings going through the extractors and coming out. So the honey should be cleaner coming out, so it's not near as much of a problem trying to get it all filtered and ready to go.
Right, should flow through our strainers that you've seen us use before a whole lot easier. So we end up with a cleaner product, but we do have to deal with more cappings. I don't think that's going to be a problem though. That's worth the labor savings. Also
streamlines the crew a little bit. We got maybe 6 to 7 we figure is a pretty good crew now, instead of needing about 8 or 10.
Or 15 by the end of the day.
15, yeah, it's been crazy in the past. So we have a total, well, I think I have 63 boxes over there.
I got
wave
50
Ezekiel
right
and Christy, y'all wave back there. They're gonna help us out today. And then over here, how many you got, Rusty?
50, I think.
Around 50, okay.
So
we got it. It's a pretty good little test for this new setup, and we may find some little things we need to work on, some bottlenecks, but hopefully if all the equipment works right, we can get going here and make short work of this day.
Here we go, keeping on, keeping on.
There's Felicia, she's part of our crew. She's gonna help us out
set
today.
our buckets and strainers, and we'll get ready to make this
Lily
thing happen.
are also part of our crew today. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, we're gonna let Rusty try and do the first box here.
We didn't point, this is the highest technological advancement we have.
Yeah, he also did a little, it's called, I guess we call it a frame cracker maybe, or whatever.
Cracker
put the box
table,
over it.
Call it.
Push it down, all the frames pop up.
No longer are we tearing up top bars, especially on wooden frames, trying to drag them out.
So we're gonna see how it goes here. First attempt. First time we've actually used it with live frames with real honey in it. So obviously this machine has been used, I don't know how many owners we are down in this thing, but it's been used for a long time. I think it's a Cowan Silver Queen uncapper. Let's see, let's try it. Oh no, there it goes. Just like that. Pops it down. Look at that. Got a little pollen in that one. What do you think, Rusty? So far, so good?
Yeah, right up till there.
Why'd it stop? Oh, it pushes it down. Okay, I see that bar pop, pushes it down. Uh-oh.
All right.
Bar pops it down. It's as simple as that. How about that? How about that? That's pretty cool. What do we think, about 40 frames probably? About 40 frames?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's the first box of frames right there. We're going to start loading up extractors here and see how the rest of our system works. Y'all ready, crew?
We're ready.
All right.
Ready.
Rusty's making some adjustments on the machine over there. It's working, we just got to make a few more adjustments. But here's the honey coming out. Look how light that honey is. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Rusty has a licensed 30 frame extractor, super quiet. We're just cutting a few off right now, trying to get the other extractor going while Rusty makes a couple of adjustments here. Just got to work out some kinks here. It's Mike. If you ever watch Herding Bees with Rusty and Mike, that's Mike right there. Okay, we've been having some issues with the honey being so thick, but we do have our first bucket right here of honey that's come out of this straining system. It's just so thick, it just takes it a while to get through here, but look how pretty that is. Such beautiful, tasty honey. So we've kind of reverted back to our old system. We've been straining them by hand. We're putting the paint strainers in some of these buckets here, like we used to do it. We are putting the honey through here. We got some bigger holes. I put some bigger holes in that bucket too. The honey is just so thick, it's taking forever to go through, so we're gonna get it done. But the machine over here is working great. It's going really fast. We've already done all those boxes over there. And extractor's working. Fun stuff. We have some folks busy and kind of see how it all works here. Some people just kind of hanging out with us. Getting close, yep. Okay, we've got my boxes all basically spun out. There's a stack right there. Here's our uncappings right here. Our last extractor spin right here on my extractor. So far we got 27 buckets over here. We still got some in process here. Probably gonna get another, 6 or 8 buckets. So a really nice harvest for our spring flow. What we're gonna do now is take all the boxes back there and put them in on my trailer. Then we're gonna get started doing Rusty's stack over there. It's been a busy day. Right, Felicia? It's been a busy day. Well, here are the boxes from my bees. We've extracted all the honey out of them. Gonna have probably between 30 and 35 buckets when all is said and done. Pretty good old take for spring. I don't think I've ever gotten that much in the spring before. And so the goal is to get these boxes back on the hives and let the bees fill them up again, along with the boxes that are already there, for an even bigger harvest in June or early July. Probably gonna be a much bigger harvest. So Rusty's in there working on his now. We're getting started with his, so I gotta get back in there and help. The plan is to take these boxes back out and put them back on the hives for the bees to fill up for the tallow flow, which is just about to kick in. It's a crazy good year so far. Okay, here's my take for the day. We got 34 buckets right here of honey. This one right there. Then we have 5 buckets of wax from the uncappings, and they still have some honey in them, but they're pretty dry. The spinner works pretty well, so this is my take for our spring honey harvest. So now I'm gonna go and try and get some of it loaded on out of here so Rusty can do his thing. They're still over there working on his stuff. You can see here's the results of our labors for today. 5 buckets of wax here. We got some buckets of honey over there. Of course, we have all these supers here that need to go back on hives. And then here in the back of my truck, we've got the rest of the honey. We had a total of 34 buckets of honey. So that's a lot of weight on this F-150. We'll see how it pulls it. That hitch is pretty low. but we're gonna be okay. I'll just have to be real careful. That's a wrap for spring honey harvest 2024. I'm pretty sure it's my biggest spring harvest ever, and we're anticipating even a much bigger honey harvest for the summer here in about probably a month or so from now, maybe a little bit longer, but let's say 4 to 6 weeks. How's that sound? Hopefully we'll get it done by the end of June or the first part of July. Really appreciate Rusty for providing the facility here, and the new encapper seemed to work well. So we're gonna tweak a few more things and hopefully make them more efficient, but it's been a good day. We'll catch y'all next time.